Hey guys, it's a Drac production. I'm going to be modding the Nerf Barricade. Now this video is a two-parter. We're going to start with the simple mods, which are the safety removal here. This is a real pain on the jam door, and then a size reduction, because all this front part does is lose your range and get in the way, and you'll never be able to holster it with that chunk of useless plastic on it. So here we go. We're going to jump straight into the safety removal. There are a ton of screws on here. I'm not going to go through all of them because you'll know when they're gone and they're all the same size. So after you've done that, you lift it apart. You want to kind of butterfly it like this because the wires here connected to the battery pack run across both halves. Once you've done that, there's a safety feature on each side. First off, the one right here makes it so that you can't pull the trigger unless it's on. I hate safeties and locks, so I'm going to get rid of that. To do that, you come in, you take off these two Phillips head screws, you come in here, and there's one on the underside. Remove the screw, it's going to spring out, and there's a little orange piece. I'd take out the screw and that spring, put that back in real quick, and now it will, well, you'll be able to pull the trigger regardless of whether the blaster is on or not. Now over here is the jam door. The jam door is complicated only if you don't know how circuits work. It's got a simple push button switch in here. Just to get in there to show you that a little bit better, I'm going to remove the barrels. The barrels come out of this blaster really easily. It's held in by one screw right here. If you pop that screw off, you can come in with some needle nose pliers and remove this switch with little to no difficulty, and all you gotta do is solder these two wires together and remove this switch. So I'm going to do that in just a second, but I'll cut it out right now. And it's these two wire leads right here, this black one and this green one, that I'm going to solder together. There's also a physical element to this lock. So let's get in there and remove the entire jam door. To do that, I'm going to take out this screw. It's important to keep track of which of these internal screws you're taking out because they are different sizes. And this screw. And once I've taken out these two screws, again, different sizes, long one goes here, small one goes here, I can come in here and get to this other screw, looks like I'm going to have to take out the screw that holds the trigger on as well to get to it. They really went through a lot of trouble in locking down this jam door. Lift this up. There's another screw underneath, which is why it wasn't cooperating before. And now that I've taken this out, I can remove this orange piece here, the spring underneath it, and the jam door. Now I'm going to put it all back together, solder these two leads together, and I'll show you it working that way. Alright, so here's what it looks like after those mods. We've taken the jam door out, that button that keeps us from pulling the trigger, and the safety switch from the door. So after we've done that, this is empty, this is gone, and you can see here I finished my soldering job, and that's actually really clean solder, so I'm happy with it. And I'm going to tuck it in just a little bit. I've put the barrels back in, and now I'm ready to sandwich it back together. So now when I flip the switch, it's on even though there's nothing in here. And I can load through the jam door. And I'm really happy with it. Now for my size reduction mod, it's actually quite simple. You don't even need the table saw. I thought I did originally, but I didn't. The piece that I want to remove is this piece. I think it looks horrible. It won't work in a holster, and there's a lot of reasons to take it out. It's losing range too. But you come in here and you take this screw out that houses the wire covering, and then you flip over the entire flywheel casing, and in there's going to be 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've taken them out for the sake of time, and once you do that, this thing kind of bends open. And once you bend it open, this will just snap out. And once you snap it out, it's gone, and it's not going to bother you anymore. So I'm going to put it back together, but those are the 2 basic mods for this blaster. And part 2 is going to be over there, and you can use it to learn how to do the voltage mod and a clip mod. Thanks.